Adam Holmes. I'm a Senior Vice President of Business Services and Global Communications Change Management Lead for Publicis Resources, which is a shared service organization of Publicis Group. Leadership resistance is by far the most damaging. I think it sends the wrong signal to the organization, as the change is not important, could be ignored. And I believe if the leaders are not visibly on board with the changes, then the changes are not even failing at the front line, they're failing before we even get there. For me, I start with a shared purpose versus a shared process. We also look at change management from a systems perspective, but grounded in people. So change is not neatly cascaded from top down, right? It's flowing from peer to peer, through relationships and through influence. And so if we can harness and look at this network of influence as a human infrastructure, we can be much more successful in the way we manage the change. So for example, if we take an early adopter and just shine a spotlight on them as we typically do, it's very helpful. But if we take them, embed them into a process with their peers, explain in their language what the change means, how it's going to impact them in their language, as well as some of the messy points, then we're going to significantly reduce the resistance and we're going to significantly improve the adoption. We treat resistance as just another helpful data point, right? It's feedback in disguise. And so if you look at it from the perspective of every time there's pushback, this is friction in the system that we can address, that we can pivot on, then we use that just as we use any other tool to drive change in the organization. So we shift from standardization in this case to a structured optionality. And what that allows us to do is create guardrails for these regions or groups to follow, and it allows them to maintain some autonomy at the same time. So we get a little bit of the best of both worlds. I think leaders, as well as the rest of the organization, need to stop looking at shared services as a support organization. I think the best leaders in the shared services world that I encounter are doing a lot more than just process optimization, right? They're bringing scale, they're bringing innovation, and they're bringing insights back to the organization. Digital transformation was an awesome session, and not just because I ran one, I know that was not included in the question. I think the IDGs are just an awesome platform, really hearing the challenges and what's working for other organizations and just seeing where everybody is with respect to the uniqueness of deploying shared services across different organizations, different geographies, and different industries. And frankly, coming out of day 2, I've never been more excited to be part of the shared service industry.